Oh, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Nat Family Racing. As promised, bringing you guys along. Slight change of plan. We aren't pulling this back apart. We're going to just put it together well enough to get a rim and tire back on it. Because we've got other plans that we're working on. But yeah, so we gotta get some stuff figured out with this. Like why the nut I have for this bolt is not the same size. Oh, that's annoying. What a silly design. I have the other size right here. So, shoot. Hooked, and I've done that plenty of times before. That's good enough for now. Magnet battery. Okay. New parts everywhere. Me and my dad were joking on the phone a couple days ago that this is the only corner of the car that I hadn't really had to do anything to all year. So now I can, with legitimacy, say that I've pretty much rebuilt this entire car. Or at least band-aided every part of it. But we have rebuilt a lot. That ain't it. That's a good deal. The problem is that I can't see. Does everything I own have to have a magnet on it? Goodness gracious. Let me guess. This is dead. Dead. There's a lot of silly designs. I'd have loved to have been in the boardroom when the concept of this car came out. I would have definitely had some suggestions. I mean, goodness. Thank you. 37% sure. Those 13s. Might not have room for the big one. But like if I did. So right now I'm putting a new spindle in. I just realized I haven't really been talking to you guys this entire time. It's just 4 bolts right through this little backing plate. Just going through right now and barely snugging them up, just getting it to where there's a little bit of tension on them. That way I don't do it in a way that's gonna pull it one way or the other. That'll help it sit nice and flush. Before I should go back and do a bit of a crank down. And before this car ever sees a track, I will definitely go back over these. With something with a little bit more horsepower, for sure. Okay. Leave the e-brake disconnected. Had tape on the brake line. We're just gonna pull that off. Reseat that brake line like that. That looks good. Okay. That is not the best news I've heard today. Just trying to hook this brake line back up. I need more hands than I have. I guess I didn't. I just need to use the hands I do have properly. Small. There you are. Threads does this thing have? I'm still lit up a little bit. Release that. Yeah. ground we go. If I keep getting stopped by that extension cord, we can kind of lose our marbles, so we'll just move it before that happens. Certainly not ideal. While it's looking me square in the face, let's go ahead and put a few more threads through that. Oh, we're gonna have to look up the adjustments on this. Fast forward it a little bit here because the self-adjusting brake on here was driving me up a wall. So now I have to multitask, so I have to keep this tire as straight as possible while coming down. And that looks horrible. But it'll do for what we're doing. Yeah, the angle of that tire, I don't think this Joker turned left in a 40-acre field. But there's still quite a few parts that aren't on it. There's a lot of stuff under that that's not hooked up. The rear, whoa, I've got you guys ankled way down. Look at my ankles. There you go. The rear strut is hung in there, but it's not bolted anything, so I need to get a new bolt for it because the old one very bent. Oh, I need to grab one more thing while I'm thinking about it so I don't forget. Welded diff to go back in the car. This is what we had in the car in the first race. And we have not had anywhere close to the same dig in the car as we did on that first night. So that's going back in for the big race. I took it out because I thought they were illegal because nobody else had one. And I didn't read the rule book for AIRAT until like the third time I went there. Just made sure I showed up with all the same tires, and I didn't want to be illegal with anything else, so I just pulled this out and didn't put it in the new transmission when we put it in. But now everybody and their mom's got one, so we're going back to the welded diff, and we are gonna rip. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Might snap both our axles, drive off into a fence, or we could get absolutely run over lap 0. So who knows? But all 4 tires are on the ground. This thing should be well enough to move for the amount of movement that I need it to. And then yeah, once we get this taken care of, we'll pull all this back off, drop the transmission, get the diff in the transmission, probably do an oil change so it'll be in the air. Fingers crossed that my Nitro Lube will be here by then. It should be. But probably run new plugs in it. You know, the kit and caboodle. I don't even like looking at that. That's horrible. But yeah, the self-adjusting brake on this almost took me out. I almost was just running absolutely no rear brakes. I was like, you know what? We'll just take all of it out. But a lot of that in there is bent as well. So we're gonna have to give it the all to get it back right. But yeah, other than that, that should be about where we cap the night off. Yeah, that's gonna be where we cap the night off. And okay, it's white paint. Never mind. Sorry. There's a shiny piece on there, and I thought it was like a metal scar, but it's white paint. That's where we're gonna cap the night off. We got what we wanted to get done. And I'm yawning. We do have a new hood pin to replace this one. Might have to replace the hood studs. Because I think they got pushed down, folded, something. Something in there's unhappy. I might just put a jack handle over the top of it and see if I can't bring it back to right. And if not, I'll just snap it off, grind it down, and put a new one in. I'm gonna have one that sticks out about 3 foot over the top of the hood. You know, custom. But yeah, that'll do it for tonight. Until next time, when this thing is getting transported to where it's going, we'll be seeing you.